Righto, guys. Today we'll kick it off. Episode number 1. A local legend. A force to be reckoned with.
Oh, mate.
Joey the Showy Opynen. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me, mate. I've been looking forward to this for a while since I've seen that you're going to get it happening. I thought, this looks like something that I'd be keen on doing and jumping on and having a bit of a laugh, even just to catch up. It's just been such a good it's just been a good time watching how everything's been going, how
Getting
it all together and everything. Like it's awesome. Hey, you've done a great job with the whole setup.
Yeah, thanks. So. It's probably going to evolve. We're still evolving, but and yeah, I was chuffed when you messaged and said we should do something. I was like, yes, sir, yes, this is going to be great.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stories in this old head of mine. I've got to dig through to find them, I suppose. The old memory's not so great now. Too many smacks to the chops, I reckon.
And that's part of the reason why I started this podcast, was because that's where the idea come from, was not remembering things and people coming up to you saying like stuff that isn't a cool memory for me is for others. Like It's just, and I think we spoke a little bit about that when we were messaging, just like random times back when we were.
Back when our dads were shit at cricket.
Yeah. Man, I would have been, I don't even know how young. Like 8 or 9 maybe tops. Like when our old man's played cricket together.
Go and watch the old services club team play, and I didn't know if they knew that they were meant to be playing 40 overs or what. But it was always like a fucking 20-20 when those boys were going. Like they're either hitting bloody hundreds or whatever, or they're out for 10.
Yeah.
And most of the time it was out for 10.
And not one of them, I can remember, not one of them could catch a ball. A select few of the ones that I can remember could not catch a ball. It was horrendous.
There was literally one guy on the team that could bat, and the rest might as well have not. Even they might as well have took a cricket stump out there with them because they were fucking hopeless.
So I remember there was, from what I remember, there was your old man, my old man, Ian Ireland. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
he played. Big Steve. Was he playing?
I can't remember.
Steve Booker?
Yeah.
I'm sure
he ran me out one day. I forgot that. I was filling in year 6 and he ran me out so he could keep the strike. I'm dirty on that, Steve.
That's 25 years later. I still remember that.
I still think about that. I could have hit a few runs that day.
Could
have. And then you had Trevor Whitaker, and then I remember one time we're at Keaston. He's bowled one, and it was flat out like I think it may have even bounced twice, and it knocked the stumps over, bowled old matey out, and old Frank Dad goes, "Oh, good ball, Trevor, wicket taker." I'm like, "What the fuck, mate?" Like, I'm like, that ball was that dead. They should have buried it.
Yeah. That's cracker. That is cracker stuff.
That was good. They won one game all year, and it was against the best team. It's Reedy Creek. Typical. And they had one bloke on their team. I forget what his name was, but he just smashed the ball, like just hit.
He just rocketed them.
He just rocketed. Jason Arnold, I think his name was.
Okay.
And they had a bet playing out at Reedy Creek. It's not a massive field, but they were like, "Oh, I bet you can't hit this spinner for 6 sixes," and he put six balls in a row into the tennis courts, won a cart, and I'm like, "There you go, good work." Here I am a kid, probably 12, 13-year-old, looking. I'm like, "Geez, these guys are good at cricket." And one of the first games I went to, then the rest of the season, I was very disappointed.
Thinking it's going to be great.
Turned me off the game. Like, I hope one day I want to grow up and play in Dad's cricket team. And then I looked, I'm like, one day I just don't want to play fucking cricket.
Yeah. I'm not even going to Woolies with Dad this week.
He's walking out to the crease he used to wear, remember when he used to wear thongs? He didn't used to wear shoes, so he'd wear thongs and no gloves, and he'd go out and he'd wonder why he'd come back with busted hands and all that.
Yeah.
And he'd got all these bent fingers from wicket keeper. He's a menace.
We'll get to that. I'm sure we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah. Good times, that.
Well, that whole conversation there. I've got a few questions that I'm going to ask you, but they're just leading questions, sort of thing. So, and things I want to cover, I think are a good starting point. That not that we need the starting point for a conversation, but thinking back, what is your earliest memory?
My earliest memory, I reckon. When I was a kid, I remember my nan, so my dad's mum, Oma, we used to play like zilch. It was like a dice game. And she used to always let me win, like no matter what. Every time she would let me win.
Yeah.
And I remember that mum and dad used to be like, don't let him win all the time because he'll turn into a sore loser and this and that. He won't know how to lose. And she always let me win and let me win and let me win. And then the first time that she didn't let me win, I was devastated.
So that's a pretty good learning experience, being young and your first real loss, it cuts deep.
Oh yeah, and then you throw in our dad. So with mum and dad, I reckon I've got the perfect combination of both. So you got dad. Yeah. Dad rocks up to the pool comp, whatever town it is. He'll drive far and wide to go and play in all these comps and this and that.
He's the greatest athlete to come out of Cookamidra.
Oh yeah, but he won't have a beer. He doesn't. He's just there. He just wants to win.
Yeah.
Whereas mum just doesn't give a fuck. She just goes and gets pissed. Like she'd be all right. Like she don't really care. But then I'm sort of in the middle. Whereas I want to go and win, but I want to be drunk.
You want to balance getting pissed.
I want to have a good time. I want to make lots of friends and get pissed and have a good time.
Yeah.
And if I can't win doing that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I got pissed. Yeah. I met some friends.
I got some new friends. Yeah. I'll do better next time.
Yeah. So was your old man always like that? Was he
my dad? Omar used to let me win all the time, and Dad is the complete opposite. And to this day, there's a rivalry. There's anything that we do, it's like me versus him all the time. When I was probably 10-year-old, he taught me how to play chess. And he's pretty clever. He's pretty smart, old Frank, but he's taught me how to play, and he'd just beat me and he'd beat me and he'd beat me and he'd make me cry and everything. But he wouldn't just win. He'd be like, it's all right, son. Maybe he goes, yeah, what'd he say? It's okay, son. Maybe one day you'll be as good as your daddy, like that. And you could imagine that when you're 11-year-old or whatever, and he just beats you repeatedly, and that just stuck with me. I'm like, right. And I remember the first time that I beat him, and this is the best because he's sitting there and he's got a shit-eating grin on his face that he gets when he thinks he's winning.
When he's got it, yeah.
But little did he know, I knew that there was no possible way he could get out of what was about to happen.
Yeah.
So I've moved me piece and I just sat there with this.
I've done it.
Just sitting there with this look, but I was inside. I was just bursting. I'm like, I just want to fucking give it to him. And I'm like, no, just sit there real quiet and just look for that moment on his face when he realizes that he's lost.
Oh, waiting for the light.
So I'm just sitting there, and next thing you see his face just light up, and he's looked up, and next thing he's just fucking wiped the board. No. And I got, it's all right, Dad. Maybe one day you'll be as good as your son. Yes. And then, the wins got more and more frequent and he won't play anymore.
Now he's...
I think we had a draw once a couple of years ago and he refused to play since. He just won't play.
That's cracker.
That was funny. God, he's a prick. Love him.
The coach. That's what
He's so bloody... And especially pool. Like, we both play a bit of pool, but he plays on the New South Wales Masters team. Right. And he plays a lot, and he's got his own table, and he's fucking all the time plays. And So then when our teams play each other in the Monday night pool comp, or if the Premier League's on, we're playing in that.
Yeah.
Everyone's always like, oh, look,
Here's the matchup.
Here's the matchup.
Here it is,
Here's
David
these
and
guys.
Goliath.
Here they
Here
go.
you
But we played the other week. Dad's turned up to the he's turned up to the leagues club, and he's hurt his hand. He's cut it. He severed some tendon. I don't know what he's done. But he hurt it bad. He's rocked up with this brace thing on his hand, looked like a weird cast, and he's sitting in the pool cue in between it, and he's playing. And I'm thinking, if this fuckwit beats me with this fucking RoboCop looking hand, I'm telling you what, I'll give the game away.
That's performance enhancing. That's
Anyway, 5 minutes later, he beat me. So here I am with beer coasters, putting them in my hand, trying to work out a way to sticky tape them. Fuck. He's an arsehole.
That's cracker. He's a funny dude, your old man.
Oh yeah.
He's always been a character.
So he's good. He'd have a lot of stories, that fella.
He would. I'd need probably 4 parts. Sit down with the coach.
Back in 1862 when I used to ride a motorbike.
And he's such a he's what's the word I'm looking for? He's such a details man.
Yeah.
Like big details man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll tell you. He'll know what pair of socks he was wearing when he played his first game of cricket. He's probably still got them too.
His first wicket kept them socks.
He's probably got the stump at home. He's got 15,000 pool shirts from when he wins something. So,
righto, we'll move on. That's a good yarn, but we'll move on to if anyone knows Joe, which everyone that's going to be watching this, because it's probably not going to ever take off, but it's going to be pretty local. Hopefully it does take off, but we'll share the shit out of it. But everyone knows Joey and his boxing. Let us know, when did you start? What was the point where you were like, I'm going to pick up a pair of gloves and start boxing?
I remember when I was always a really angry kid. So I used to have my older sister Sky.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if anyone ever asked me who the best wrestler in the world ever was, it was her. She was a cripple across face, and she'd have me in all these reps. She'd go, oh, just let me try this. Let me try these holds.
Yeah.
And she'd try and choke me out and break me back and all this sort of shit. And then just as I was going, she'd always stir me and that, and it didn't help. Like I was just I'm like, fucking right, that's it. I'd go to school and I was an arsehole at school.
Yeah. And would you get in trouble off your parents if she'd hurt you but you couldn't hurt her back? Or you were
Yeah. Oh, Dad was all right. Dad was like, don't stir him up then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd go to school and I was just being a prick. And then Mum's like, you can't do, like, you got to behave yourself at school, blah, 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 blah. And then I got Dad there going, you don't have to do any homework, son, and this and that. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, Mum, I went to school one day in year 7, first week, and I was only a little skinny, little tiny thing.
Yeah.
And a couple of my mates that I used to knock about with back then, sort of just real quiet fellas, just didn't ever cause any trouble, just loved playing the PlayStation and all that. And I was up there with them. Yeah. And there was this kid that come up and he started like just being a complete cock up there and was like trying to stir him up. And they were like, oh, no, just go away, like, leave me alone. And he wouldn't, and he kept being a dick.
Just being a fuckwit, yeah.
Just being a bully, so I've got, hey, like, leave him alone. They don't want to fight. Like, and he's got this full can of Coke in his hand, and he's shaking it up, and he's sprayed it all over my shirt. And back in the day, like, Mum and Dad didn't have much cash, and here I am with me fucking brand new shirt. And this little cockhead's just sprayed all this shit. And all of a sudden, before I knew, I've just hit him about 6 times. and then he's cracked me one. And then the teachers grabbed the middle, like jumped the middle and trying to like drag us apart. I've still got him by the back of the shirt and like half a bit of his hair and half the back of his shirt. And I'm still
just feeding him on the way out.
I'm into him. Anyway, we get to the office and he's sitting there and he's down the office, like down the hallway a bit away.
Yeah.
And he goes, geez, geez, you give me a few out there, mate. And I was still angry. Like that was one thing about me. If you piss me off, I'll stay pissed off for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've turned around. I said, if you don't fucking move away from me, I said, I'll feed you. I'll
give
you some more. And he's fucking fucked off. Mum comes to the school. Next thing she's like, right, Joe, you want to go to school and fight? Boxing, that's what it is.
That's what it's
friends
going.
with Tommy. He works in the council, and that's what you can. That's what you'll be doing. Blah 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 blah.
If you want to fight, just before we get into that, I just want to say, Parks High, when you got in a fight, 9 times out of 10, it was one to the deputy's office and one to the principal's office. Yeah. I got in 2 fights in that hallway because they sent me past the fucking person sitting out the front.
Yeah.
They just go, way you go, down to the principal's office or down to the deputy. And you had to walk past each other. Yeah. And it was on again in the hallway.
It's like the Battle of Brookvale, isn't it? Isn't it? Like they send you off to get what they think's going to happen. You're going to go and have a fucking picnic together or something. You're sitting there, you're just... We're
going to sit bloody 10 metres apart. No, there's no one watching. We're just going to go again. What'd you say, dickhead? Okay.
Yeah. Didn't you have enough there, mate?
Yeah.
But yeah, Mum put the thought in, like, she's like, if you want to start fights at school, you can go and start doing boxing. And I'm like, didn't want to start the fight. Like, but she didn't believe me.
Yeah.
And I don't blame her. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, then... So I sort of met Tommy Ward who's the trainer through Mum and that, and I went up a couple of times and didn't really, like, I was just going because Mum made me. And then after a while, Tommy's like, oh, Julie, like your son's like got a little bit of ability, like you should think about staying with it. And by this time I'm like, oh, it's not too bad.
You're already doing it. You started working on something.
I might have a bit of a go at it. Like I never trained very hard though. Like just. And then, after a while, it's my whole, I think my whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Thoughts and on fighting at all, they completely flipped. So from one day I've go from, you look at me wrong, I'm going to punch you in the face. To the next thing, like you could come up to me these days and just like, oh, Joe, you're shit, you grub, you can say whatever you like to me and you do anything you want and I'll just laugh at like whatever.
It's fine, mate. Yeah.
But if you come up to one of my friends and do something to them and they tell you that they don't want a part of it and you keep going, then I get completely fucking so angry.
That's when you get wild,
it's happened like a few times in the last few years, like it's happened where I've just thought, no, like, I don't like people bullying people. It's like, no, like he doesn't want to fight. And they're like, oh, and they just look at me and they're like, oh, what are you going to do about it? And then it's just, I'll probably just punch the fuck out of you, mate.
That's right.
Like, fucking, just nothing makes me angry, hey? Like when people that don't want to fight and people just keep pushing.
Like, just keep pushing the subject of come on. Like, and it's only people that know that they can win a fight will pick a fight.
Yeah.
And that's, I suppose we'll get to it in a minute, but I'll probably ask you, like, do you get many people just trying to fucking ride your lightning and say, like, oh, I'm going to try and fight Joe, or like, oh, I bashed Joe at the pub, or like, do you get many people trying just for that point?
Nah, not back in the day. Like when I first turned 18 and 19-year-old. So when I was 8, or was it 2007? Long time ago.
Yeah,
that's when I was probably at the peak of me powers, and I was 19-year-old, like only a little fella, but the people that would try and fight me weren't from town. Like they would just, like they'd see me around and be like, oh, look at that guy. Like, they'd see me old mohawk I used to have.
Fucking ran the mohawk. I forgot about that. Yeah, you ran the mohawk for the longest time.
Oh, it was horrible. But yeah, like they'd be like, oh, what's that guy's deal? And people are like, oh, no, don't fight him, blah, blah, blah. And then they would just look at me. At the time, I was like 65 kilos or something. They're like, well, what's he going to do? Blah,
very
blah,
flamboyant at the pub or wherever you were. You owned every fucking room you're in.
And then they, like, every now and again, you'd get them come up and they sort of carry on. And it was, at that time, I was sort of in the middle of, do I really just want to bust this bloke straight away, or do I want to sort of behave a little bit?
Yeah.
And then I sort of realised, like, you get in trouble and you can't fight anymore, and you get into a lot of shit. So I had a lot of good friends that would sort of make sure that I didn't, which was good. Like having good people around you at that time
it's pretty
to
healthy
make
thing
sure
to
that
have,
you
yeah.
can't carry on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was good for a carry on every now and again.
Well, that's everyone is, and it takes a certain bit of grit to go. I could. You would be asleep. You don't even realise right now that how much I would wear you out in.
Yeah,
and then just to turn around and walk away, and when or have your mates go, don't worry about it, bro.
and you throw in bloody 12 or 13 vodka Red Bulls into the equation as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's a big thing.
And a crowd, like you just You just naturally, when you got someone pressing you in a crowd, you just want to punch them.
That's right. And you got 3 of your mates there, and then 14 people behind you saying, "Go on, Joe,
get him,
go on, get him, do it,
go on, get him." And you're like, no, I wanna, but sorry guys, I can't.
So you started training. You were just there to be there, and then you started liking it.
Yeah.
Where did you go from realizing you had ability to taking it further?
I think the main thing that made me enjoy it was Tommy. Was when I went up there, like I was always friends with BJ, which is Tommy's son from school. So I knew Tommy, and Tommy was always like, Tommy's an absolute legend. He's like another father figure to me. Like he's always looked after me, done everything for me. When we used to go to these fight nights, so Tommy he doesn't charge just a cent to train. He provided everything that we needed. When we'd have to go away, he'd drive us there, wouldn't charge us nothing. He'd sort everything out. But he sort of, being around him and the other guys that were there, it was more the company at first. And then I remember I had my first fight in Dubbo, and we it was out the back of I forget where it was now, one of the pubs there. But Tommy's fucking, he still reminds me to this day. He goes, "Remember that time that you lost over in Dubbo?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "That first fight." He goes, "Oh," he reckons that when I've come down to the ring, I was dancing all the way down to the ring. Yeah. And he goes, "You got beat, and then you fucking danced all the way back." And so I said, "Yeah." I said, he goes, "Didn't that worry you?" I said, "No." I said, it was close. I said, "I don't give a fuck. It's just fun. It's just fun." So
that completely bends the whole saying of fucking come in quietly in case you have to leave quietly.
No.
Go in both ways. Go in, slap on, and then get out.
And then get out. Way. And then get out. Yeah. If you're not carried out, you're dancing out. That's what I reckon.
Yeah, 100%. That's so cool.
But yeah, we had a good time. We had plenty of, on the road there, plenty of good trips and that. Plenty of good laughs. But yeah, we done that, and yeah, had a few fights, and then 2000 and what would it have been? It was 2007. So I got that year. We had the Australian titles were in Parks. So I got in the lead up to that in March. I fought in Tamworth. So I fought a guy he was from Tamworth, and fought him at the town hall. It was packed. Right. I've got it on. I've got the fight on video. I have to show you one day. Yeah. But I've come out to the ring, TNT playing. They've got the old mohawk going, the black dyed mohawk. Yeah. Anyways, come down, and I'd fought this guy once before, and it was in Newcastle, and I beat him on split points. Right. He was coming, and it was exactly like he's just angry, like he was just trying to.
He was trying to hurt you, sort of thing. Like you got him a few times, and everything went out the window.
Most of the time when I'd fight, it's me on one side of the ring there for a bit of fun, like blah blah blah. And then on the other side, they just want to rip my head off and kill me. And that's what used to make it fun, because I'd just be a niggly little prick while I was fighting them.
That was your edge. So after that guy kept coming, and I'd
I just used it like straight punches and like busted his nose in Newcastle.
Yeah.
And then, so I got him on points. And then, this night I fought him again at Tamworth in his hometown for a belt. It was the New South Wales light. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I think I've probably, it's in the car. But everything else is in the car. But yeah, so I've got in there and first bit of the fight I remember, I've sort of stepped in there and he's didn't come charging at me like he did the previous time. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do here? Like, normally they just like come at me and then I'll hit him and then I'll just move away and move and then I could hear his trainer going, don't go towards him. Don't go towards him. That's what he wants you to do. I'm like, well, that's exactly what I fucking want him to do. And then I'm like, how am I gonna get him to come at me so I can do what I want to do?
Yeah.
So anyway, I ran forward at him. Like, it wasn't even like a step in. I just full ran and just threw a couple of punches and grabbed him in the clinch and pulled me head in. I gone, I fucked your mum, cunt, and then shoved him back.
So everything goes out the window.
And next minute, and then I've sort of moved back with this little shit-eating grin on my face, and he's charged in, and I've gone whack, and I'll give him a couple, and then I've danced away again, and then after that, like, it was out the window. He kept coming. Anyway, it was another split points, and I ended up beating him, and I wasn't a very popular man that night.
No,
that's for sure.
It would have been well received reception
in Tamworth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it was a good night. And Tommy, another thing that Tommy says, whenever anyone goes up to the gym, they're like, he goes, do you know, Joe, when he fought in Tamworth, he won a belt one night. And an hour before the fight, he's eating steak sandwiches and drinking and having beer and having a sleep. Oh, well, I was just...
That's where you're most comfortable. What do you think?
Yeah. Here he is with his 2 steak sandwiches and this, that. And and then he's having a sleep. Everyone else is there warming up, and he's having a nap.
I reckon that's the most dangerous time to go against an athlete is if they're yawning or if they're sleeping before, and in any field, racing cars, boxing, golf. Like, if someone's tired, they're just so good at it. They're so comfortable with what they're doing.
And the worst thing about it was, as I sort of went on and had more and more fights, the more fights you have, the later you fight in the card. See, so you're either fighting the main fight or close to it, which is normally some of them shows you got like 20 odd fights. Yeah, you're not getting in the ring until after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
Like,
you're sitting there
some
waiting,
of them, and you're there waiting, you're watching, and you get tired just watching them.
Yeah,
and then the amount of people packed, like if it's an indoor thing, you got that many people packed into a building, breathing the same air, heating it up. Like the Leagues Club at Parks. For me, last fight that I had a couple of years ago, it was it was horrible. That was probably the second worst preparation I've had for a fight, and the other one, the winner. I fought that. So there was 2007 again. So probably a few months after I won that belt, I fought for another one in Parks, but it was the Irana light welterweight one, and I remember old mate that I fought had won some Golden Gloves thing, and he was meant to be like, he's real good, like blah blah. And they were looking for someone to chuck in. They would draw a crowd, and they're like, "Oh, it's in Parks. We'll put Joey in there." So, anyways, I found out a few weeks before. They're like, "Hey, we've got this guy. Like, he's had this many fights, and we're thinking about putting a belt on for it." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm in. I'll train real hard." Blah blah blah. Anyway, next minute, a week before the fight, I'm out at Cookamidgera, out at me sister's joint. We're riding these motorbikes around and carrying on. Anyway, anyone knows me knows that I've got about 17 alter egos. When I'm doing one thing, I'll be Joey the Showy, and then I'll be over here playing. I'll be something else, but Lord Joseph. Yeah. Well, this day I decided that I was going to be Sir Safety. Sir Safety. My sister Sky's going, "Oh, hop on the bike. Let's go up to the forest and we'll go riding."
Yeah.
And I'm like, Sir Safety knows how to ride a bike. I've got a push bike helmet on, mind you, and I'm on this old piece of shit bike. We're up in the forest. And this is a week out, mind you, from this fight.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've come flying around this little bend, and it's that real clay dirt, that real slippery shit.
I know the corner.
Well, I've come flying around this, and I've gone to turn, and I've realised there's no turning happening.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the trees. I'm going for these little. I'm like, right, where's the littlest ones? I got no gloves, no nothing, just a pair of shorts. But I've got a push bike.
Got a push bike helmet.
Sir Safety's got a push bike helmet on. Anyways, I've lined up these little trees, and they just ripped the absolute shit out of my hands. Hey, like from holding the handlebars.
Oh no, going through
straight through the trees. Next thing I'm on my ass on the fucking ground, and all you hear is this the bike. I'm laying there, I'm looking around it, and I'm thinking, I think I'm all right. Like I'm pretty good here. I don't think I've hurt myself. And anyways, I've hopped up, and I was a bit wobbly on the old feet. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck. Look down at the old pt1s, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And there's like cut, all sliced up. I'm like, how am I going to explain this to Tommy?
Yeah,
like, Tommy's going to
be rank.
Yeah. Anyway, I've rocked up, and that's what I said to Tommy. I said, oh, these will be right. Like, this will be good. He's like, they're pretty bad. I was like, nah, they're right. I'll just hide them from old mate at the weigh-in, and it'll be right.
Yeah.
Anyway, rocked up to this fight night. I got all these scabs and blisters and that, and I could feel after we were punching the pads and that before we started, I could feel it all just ripped up inside. I'm like, I'm not even gonna. I'll just pretend like it's not like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, went out and got in there with this fella. And he would have been, I don't know, 30-odd-year-old, like proper man strength.
Yeah.
And I'm this little fucking, the same weight, but this little skinny 19-year-old fucking runt.
It's daunting too.
Runt. And you're looking at him, and he's looking back across, and he's like, he was a bit shorter, so he was like solid, and he's just come in. And the first thing I realised, I've got really long arms for a 60-kilo bloke, so I thought I'm just going to use them against this fella.
Yep.
And I've gone in to try and give him a little bit, and he's gone fucking crack straight up the ribs, straight in the head, bang, bang, bang. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to be trying to do much more of that. So then I just started just jabbing and moving around and that, and then just ended up out pointing him and beat him. And he was the promoter that put the fight night on. This is like, they had the belt there.
Yeah.
But they were that sure that he was going to win. They didn't engrave the belt. So the belt, they thought, oh, no, we'll just get it done after he wins and goes back. They can get it engraved.
Yeah.
And I seen it before. And I like before the fights, I seen it there sitting at the table. And I'm like, oh, why isn't it engraved? Like, oh, yeah, no, it's just it'll get done back in such and such later on. I'm like, back in such and such, eh? I'm thinking back in such and such. Fucking fuck off, it will.
Bullshit, that's coming home with me.
Fuck off, that's mine.
Yeah.
It's an ugly fucking thing, but I'm taking it. Fucking brown thing with fucking no. It's got no little plaques on. It's got nothing.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so that was good. And then the Aussie titles later that year got a gold in the light welterweight and a bronze in the welterweight. And the bloke in the welterweight that beat me won the thing. Yeah. And he ended up fighting pro, so
well, that's all right. He was right to beat you then, I suppose, if you went full pro.
4 kilos heavier too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. No, it was good old days of the boxing and like going away and carrying on like we weren't supposed to. We'd sneak out of the rooms and that Tommy would be like, hey, just we got a big thing tomorrow, like into bed early, blah blah blah.
Take it easy, boys.
Yeah. Promise me you won't. Sorry, Tommy. Promise me you won't walk out that door, Joe. Like he's thinking, what would Joe think? Like, promise me you won't go out that door, mate. Like, I promise I won't go out that door, Tommy. I didn't say nothing about the window, though, brother.
Promises were kept.
Promises were. I would never break a promise to Tommy. I love Tommy. Sorry, Tommy.
That's one for you, Tommy. You'll have to clarify. Clarify from now on. Windows, doors. Do not leave the premises.
Don't leave the premises. Yeah. Yeah, that was. there was plenty of like the training. Tommy would train us hard and that, but I wasn't the best trainer.
Right. Okay.
I remember Tommy used to get us to jog over the hill from his place to the Christian school, which is, I don't know, probably a K maybe.
Yeah.
So we'd jog and jog back. And anyway, this first time, Joe, he goes, take the boys for a run down to the school and back. Push them.
Yeah.
I said, right, I can do that. So this first time we've ran over the hill and the boys have gone to start pulling up after we got out of view. See?
Yeah.
And I've gone, what the fuck do you think you're doing? I said, hurry up. We're fucking running this time. Let's go. Come on, go. And we get back and everyone's fucked and all this and that. Anyway, Tom's like, yeah, good job. And then the next training session, he goes, go again, take him. And then anyway, we've got to the top of the hill. And just as soon as we got out of view, I've pulled up stumps and the boys are going, what are you doing? And I've started looking like, looking at me watch. They're like, what are you looking at your fucking watch for? Run. I said, no. I said, we've got 1 minute and 12 seconds to be back here. I said, but when we get, and they're like, oh yeah, so the bloke, a couple of them like Wardy and that have pulled out smokes and that. Yeah. Anyway, I said, when we go back, you got to sprint down the hill, so you got to look tired.
Yeah. We got to fucking put the work in on the way back.
Oh, mate, yeah. Good times.
So pretty good camaraderie there. That was probably one of your favourite things that brought you into boxing was the camaraderie from Tommy and I suppose you're home away from home. Yeah, really. If you
and to this day, like I've trained people since. Like I do my own thing every now and again. I'll feel the urge. Like I got back in and like had a couple of fights after like 15 years of not fighting. First one was for a charity fight night in Cowra. I thought, why not? Get in there and do that. And then fought down in Narrandera. Not Narrandera. Where was it? It was Narrandera. After I lost my license and that, went down there, and I got picked up because I'd lost my license, and then we got it on our way down there. We pulled up Brendan Smith. Big shout out to Brendan. He took me there, picked me up, drove me all the way there, and was in my corner for that one fight.
Yeah.
It was only supposed to be an exhibition. We were just helping him out to make the numbers up for the fight. See,
right, yeah.
We get to we get to West Wyalong. We've pulled up, and he goes, "Oh, do you want to have a schooner?" I said, "Fucking oath, I want to have."
There's
a schooner.
Not even a question.
I said, "It's only an exhibition match. Like we'll just have a couple of beers." We sat there, had probably 3 or 4 beers, and then we've continued on to down in Narrandera. We get there, we get to the weigh-in, and the bloke I was doing the match with was from Shepparton. And anyway, we've pulled up at the weigh-in, and would have been 69. Yeah, I think I weighed in at 69 kilos or something. Got to the weigh-in, and me book, because I'd recently come back from not fighting.
Yeah. You're out of retirement.
My medical book it didn't have 30 or 40 fights in it.
Yeah.
It had the one exhibition match I'd done in Cowra, and that was it. So I've pulled up there with a book that says I've had this is my first proper fight. So I've rocked up, and this bloke's had 3 fights for 3 wins or whatever he's had, and an actual 71 kilo fighter, like taller and bigger, like muscly. I'm like a fat old dude. I've rocked up to this weigh-in,
a couple of beers under your belt,
and he's seen me. So this bloke and his trainer have seen me there, and they've we've left after the weigh-in and gone to have lunch at the club. Yeah. So anyway, I'm like, I'll have a couple more beers. We get a phone call from these guys from that I'm supposed to fight. Yeah. It's we want to do a real fight now. We didn't come all the way from Shepparton to do an exhibition match and this and that. Because he's seen, they're like, oh, we're fighting this guy. He's 35-year-old or whatever he is, and he's had one exhibition fight and he's out of shape and that. And I'm sitting there half pissed, and Brendan goes, what do you want to do, Joe? Do you want to do it? I said, yeah. I'll do it.
So he thought he was going to get a professional win.
He thought that he was coming in to punch the shit out of an old dude that's out of shape. That's had not even one real fight. Anyway, we're standing before we went out to the ring. He's there punching the pads and fucking trying to intimidate me. Like
Yeah,
he's standing across the room looking at me and punching these pads. I hadn't done a thing all day. I was got my headphones in, just listening to music, sitting there having a bit of a feed and that. And then with like 2 minutes before the fight, I've jumped up and had a bit of a punch.
Started moving around a bit.
Started moving around, started punching the pads, and I was going, you hear this bang, 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 bang on the pads. And old mate sort of looked with his look on his face, and then he's standing next to me as we're about to go out, and he goes, "Oh, thanks for taking this as a real fight, mate." And like thinking like, and I'm thinking, you won't be fucking thanking me soon, son.
You got 2 seconds, brother.
You're in for a fucking bath. You are. Oh mate, he wasn't. Yeah, got in there and ended up being pretty close. So like he was pretty handy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Ended up beat him though, and then he was just like he couldn't believe it.
And I'm
thinking,
what happened?
And
Where
I'm
did this
thinking,
come from?
I'm thinking, fuck me, Dad, I'm hungry. Yeah, like I'm.
Is it time for a feed?
Is it time for a feed? I'm fucking hungry. I didn't really have much to eat. Like I had food at lunchtime at the club with them schooners and a couple of bets, and then a couple of bets on the old greyhounds, and then ended up having to wait because we didn't fight till 10 o'clock. So you're not gonna fight. You're not gonna fight.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a feed.
Yeah,
But yeah, so. But yeah, I've been thinking about doing one more. I always say one more.
Always one more.
One more, but only if it was like for a good reason, like for a charity, or if someone said, "Oh yeah, we'll donate this to whatever charity," then I would. But otherwise, I'll probably stick to lawn bowls.
Yeah. So that's coming out of your. We could sit here for hours and days talking about your sporting achievements. Before we move on, what are your belts? What have you got? What have you achieved in boxing? Before we move on,
so there's the Arana light welterweight title. So that was in 2007.
Yep.
And then you got it's like New South Wales. I don't know if it's New South Wales intermediate. It's junior New South Wales lightweight. It's on the belt. I'm sort of
sorry to put you on the spot if you don't know, but
and then at the Aussie titles in 2007, I got the bronze in the welterweight and I got the gold in the light welterweight, which was my division.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then kids like it was a choice of you either fight or then the kids come along and it's like, well, you can't really do both. So it's like, kids comes first.
Yeah, that's right. Right, so we're out of boxing. What was next on the cards for Joey after he hung up the gloves?
Oh, golf.
Yeah, you did a fair stint in golf, didn't you?
Yes. Played a bit of. What did I get? Won the A grade match play at Parks.
Yeah.
And then we won I think I won 3 or 4 pennants comps like in our Division 2 side, which is good. Like if your handicaps between 6 and 9, you could play in that.
I know nothing about golf.
Yeah. I'd always hover. For you golfers there, I'd always hover around 5.5 so I could play in the 2s.
So that's.
So if your handicap's lower than 5.5, you're playing like all the best ones. So I'd play Division 1 sometimes. When my handicap was 2, when I was playing off 2, I'd play in Division 1. But then most of the time, because I wouldn't play all the time and I'd never practice, I'd play around, I don't know, my handicap be about 6 or whatever it was. So that'd put me in Division 2. And then when the pennant season had come around, I'd go and practice for about 4 weeks and I'd be back hitting the ball like I was off 2 again. Yeah, we won probably 3, I think it was 3 or 4 comps we won of that.
Coffee.
Yeah, one of them it was because it's like 5 people on a team, the format, and then you just play against one person and each match like is its own thing. You play the best out of the 5 matches.
Right.
And yeah, we were it was 2-2, and I remember mine at Wellington, I was the last match, and one thing about me with golf, I'm a fucking terrible putter. Like the short putts from like a meter, I would be literally one of the worst at our club. But they don't know that. See, I'm hitting the ball well.
Yeah,
my putting is shit. And in match play golf, you can give someone a putt. Like you can just say, oh yeah, that's good. Pick it up and like give them it. So
Yeah.
What I used to do is at the very first hole, I'd have a putt from, if it was short, and I'd look over at theirs. Theirs could be like 5 foot or something like that you would never fucking give anybody in your life.
Yeah.
But if mine was 4 foot, I'm thinking, I'm probably going to fucking miss that. So I go, fuck, pick that up, bro. Like, no one misses it from there.
Yeah.
So they'd pick their ball up and then look at mine closer.
Yeah.
Pick that up.
Too easy, mate.
Pick that up, yeah. So I'd pick that up. I'm like, you dumb fuck. Like, that's your only chance of getting me. Like, and then we get towards the end of the game and I'm 2 or 3 up. And then they start making me do those putts and I'll miss them. And then and they're like, looking at me and I'm thinking, got you. But yeah, this bloke, it was the last hole and it was 2-all and he had to win the last hole to make it a playoff.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's hit the ball on the green. He's putting for a birdie and I was putting for par and he's missed his birdie putt. And so all I had to do was sink my putt and it was a metre long.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and it moves like a little bit from left to right and I'm like looking at it.
And
there's people all around the back of the green, like all the ones from our team, their team, everyone's around the back. And as he's walked past, so he's hit his putt and it's gone past the hole. And as he's walked after it, he's taken his hat off, like what they do when the game's over to shake hands.
Yeah, okay.
It was to this day, it's the best little, not sledge, but the best little. Oh, he got me real good with it because I'm thinking he got in my head so bad.
Yeah.
Like, he's walked past and taken his hat off. I'm thinking, I don't know if he done that on purpose, if he knows I'm a shit putter, or if he's or if he actually thinks I'm going to get it. And I've lined this putt up, and I dead so I just looked at it. I'm like, oh no, like this is bad. I'm like, that's right, just forget about all the people. Forget about the guy standing there waiting. All you got to do is just tap it in. And I've hit this putt, and my arms like they tried to stop as I was halfway through hitting this putt, but I've like jerked my hands, like the most. And the ball, like actually, it went in the hole, and the guys come running across, and I'm just standing there.
What the fuck just happened?
And I'm just standing there before I picked my ball up out of the hole. I wasn't even happy about it. I was just like, that was a fucking shit putt. Lucky it went in because I would have looked like the biggest fuckwit if that didn't go in. Like it was literally 2 foot.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking you can't just give someone that at the end of the game.
Yeah. Made you work for it. Got in your head.
Made me work for it. Got in my head. Like fucking. So from that day, I'm like, just don't even look at them, eh? Once they miss, just don't look at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then, but yeah, I got a me and Aaron Wilkie. Big shout out to Aaron, club champion at Parks.
Yeah, righto.
We so the foursomes, it's imagine so you play golf, me and you go out and play.
Yeah.
You share one ball. So every odd numbered hole, you tee off with it.
Yeah, okay.
And then the opposite I do. And then you take turns at hitting so you hit one ball.
Yeah.
So if I hit the ball out into the desert, poor old Aaron's got to hit it back.
So he's
So we've won the club championship, the foursomes, 3 out of the last 4 years.
Yeah, right. That's good.
I've got to get, and it's on again next month, so I've got to get a bit more practice. But Aaron, I've never seen a person that looks like they're not trying to hit a golf ball. But the thing goes like, it's just massive. It's just massive. There, I look like a bloke with an axe trying to murder a chicken. And this bloke looks like he's just putting a knife through some fucking butter.
Just gone.
So hopefully we can defend the title there. That'd be good. And just juggle all the sports around. Fucking crazy. Like it's hard to, and I just want to do everything. If my brain, if someone says, "Hey Joe, do you want to go and play in this bowls tournament this weekend?" And then someone else will be like, "Oh, hey, there's a pool comp on." Blah, blah, blah. And then oh Joe, you've got that darts tournament on in Yass this weekend. My brain will be like, "Well, if I leave here at this time, I can go there. But then if I leave it there, if I get out of that, I can go to there.
You can make it there."
And I'm trying to make it all these things like the old ADHD that I reckon I've got that mum and dad didn't get.
None of us kids got diagnosed at that age. It was only the
mum diagnosed me with the wooden spoon.
Yeah, that's the best way to be diagnosed, I believe. But
yeah,
you can't do that anymore.
the funniest thing, she used to grab me by the arm and then she'd be like, do you know how they smack you to the beat of what they're saying? They're like, don't fucking do that again. Fucking do that. She's got me by the arm with this wooden spoon and she's running me around and you hear this whack, And she's like hitting me, and I'm running around her, so that takes a bit of the power away. And I'm going, doesn't hurt, doesn't hurt, doesn't hurt. And then she smacks me. Next thing, it broke, and I started laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Next thing, she comes back with the metal egg lifter. I'm going, no, Mum, I'm sorry. Mum, please.
Break this one, Joseph.
I'm trying to drop to the ground, and she's trying to hold me up.
You're trying to get down the wall away from it. Stand up.
Lifting, you know, I'm reefing you up.
Oh, it's not funny, but we've been there. There's that many.
Oh, yeah. And you hear the draw, and you're like, oh, no.
You know, you come home from school, and it's like, Joseph, come here. And then you hear the draw, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. Which one rang you? Which teacher was it?
Yeah. Oh, I've been there that many times. Or it was the, have you got anything to tell me?
Yeah.
No.
What? Are you sure? Oh, fuck.
Put your bag down. No. Put your bag on the ground.
Oh, yeah, no, it was them school. Yeah, at school, it was funny. Mum or Dad used to get all the calls.
Yeah,
But I remember one time we're in art, and I'd get bits of paper and roll them up into balls and dip them in paint and then throw them off the balcony at people and get into the cooking class, and we'd be there doing, and they'd be like, oh yeah, everyone gets this amount of stuff and blah, 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 blah. And the people that I didn't like, I'd go over, and as I'd walk past, I'd fucking turn their oven up.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'd take extra of their, like when they're not looking, grab their bacon and grab extra. Our stuff come out looking real good.
Stealing the shallots and shit.
There's just like crusted and cremated bacon and that. And they're like, they're like, geez, Joe, you've done a good job, didn't you? I'm like, yeah, I did. Yeah.
I haven't been sabotaging everyone I don't like. They're just shit at cooking me.
Yeah, that's no good. No fucking Gordon Ramsay over there.
No, very good. Yeah, that was. There's a different time growing up back then.
Yeah, it's not the same now.
It's definitely different. If I give my children the even half the conversations I used to get.
Oh yeah.
He was but yeah, I don't know. It's all different now. So we're better for it, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
As a whole.
Yeah, I reckon. Like, didn't hurt me.
At the time it was probably fucking. You thought it was the worst thing in the world too. Especially
when you knew you were coming home and you knew you're like, someone snitched on me.
Yeah. I've been done here.
Or if your sister, or if they know that you've done something at school and they come, I'm telling Dad.
Unless you do this for me, I'm telling.
I'm dobbing on you. Like, no, come on, please.
Sky would never do that.
She wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. Oh no, she was all right. She I remember a couple of times at school she gave me a few bucks for the canteen, and that was pretty good for her.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
So growing up, did you guys always grew up out at Cooker? Or was you in town?
No, we lived in town for a while. So we moved out here when I was probably about 5. Mum and Dad moved from Sydney, and then we moved into Parks, and then we went out to Cooker, and that's where we were until Mum and Dad split up, and then we ended up moving in like years and years later. I moved in and with Mum back into like I would have been 16 or whatever, 17 maybe, back into town. Yeah. But yeah, then just lived in town, and it was pretty good. Cooker was always good. Well, we had a lot of good times out there. Me and Mikey Thurtell and Tom Jackson and Mark Quinn and the Jones boys. Like
they were the early days for me. Like I was watching you guys.
Yeah, it was good out there. Like we had a lot of fun, a lot of stuff that you can do that you could do then, but you can't do now. Like Dad used to own one of those old Harris bus lines. Remember those? Buses? So he bought one. So he bought one, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to turn it into a camper and this and that." And anyway, next minute he goes, "Who wants to drive the bus?" So I'm like, "I do." So all the seats are out of this bus at this stage because he wanted to turn it into a big thing to take camping. Yeah. Anyway, everyone's holding on. I'm driving this fucking bus around Cookamidgera, and he goes, "If you hold the steering wheel underneath it and pull all your weight down onto there, sometimes you can get the wheels to spin." He's going like that. So I'm there driving this bus around the town, and I said, "What happens if the police come out, Dad?" He goes, "Oh, don't worry about them. They don't come out here. They only come out here every second Sunday and do a lap, and then they fuck off." I'm like, "Righto." Driving the old school bus around.
That was the best thing about Cooker. You could do what you want to do, and then by the time, because we still had the police scanners,
Yeah.
and you could tell there was fucking
You had a bit of warning. You're like, "Oh, we still got 5 minutes."
Parks 1-5, disturbance head at Cookamitcha.
Yeah. Frank's at it again.
Yeah.
Send some cars to lot 195 Railway Street. Oh, that's Frank's place, isn't it?
We might go out in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
It was,
Enjoyed it out there.
Cookamitcha was part of my upbringing, and because I don't even know how I ended up out there. I think it was
With Shane, I think.
Shane. Yeah, it was through Shane, because Shane was friends with whoever.
He was friends with Brian and friends with me. Remember that old XL that he used to have?
Oh, that was the glory days. The shit we used to get up to in that.
He'd drive along and rev the shit out of it.
The
It was horrible.
it'd been through. I think he ended up doing like maybe 3 motors in the end. It was that durable.
Yeah.
For what it went through.
He copped some punishment.
And it was a nice car when he first got it.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being just fiberglass smashed on everything. What we're talking about is a Hyundai XL, fucking X2, twin overhead cam, bonnet scoop, fucking full body kit, 15-inch subs, and just teenage boys being teenage boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad news.
You don't see it anymore. Like young fellas running around, like hanging out the window. Like that's what we were doing all the time. You yell at people out the window for no reason.
Yeah, I remember dragging full Sulo bins down the side of Memorial Hill with that thing, and then seeing how fast they'd go before the wheels would come off. And then they'd move that quick. It felt like your wrist was going to break because they'd like shift before you could let it go.
You'd get 120 K's out the window sometimes, and the wheels would still be on. You're like, "Break, you bitch!" And then you didn't throw it at other bins, but
there was this, there was this guy that used to give, like, it was just a cockhead, and Shane goes, "That guy's a cockhead. Let's go keep revving the car past his house." Yeah, right. Let's do that.
That was his signature, eh?
Yeah. And I said, "Oh, what about if we go along and we'll drag a bin and we'll like let it go into it?" Yeah. Like I'm thinking, like I had that many stupid ideas, and then it was like throwing fucking petrol on a fire.
Yeah.
If you get anybody else that's got this, instead of being, "Oh no," it's like, "Yeah,
right.
right. There's one."
Let's
like,
go.
instead of going, "Oh no, don't do that," it's like, "Yeah, there's one there." So then, dragging it out the window, let it go, bang into the car. It's like, uh-oh. Looking back now, it's like, well, probably shouldn't be doing things like that. But that guy was a fuckwit. He's lucky I didn't bash him anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, his place is back then we were friends with him, and now do you get along with Shane? I don't.
I'm
happy to relive all the fun times. He was fucking. We had some good fun.
There was a time there where we got along great, and then the whole situation with Talia and Chelsea.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
So
yeah, copy.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of that at all.
I won't really get into it, but
no.
We didn't get along there for a while, and now if I see him, I've got no issues anymore.
Yeah,
like,
just say
I don't
g'day.
care. I say g'day, and that like we've got mutual friends, and that like we can both go to a place and have a chat and that. And we're never going to be best mates, like anything like that. But like we'll chat and whatever else, which is good. Like I'm not the type of person that really likes to hate anybody. Like
not to drag it on. Yeah.
So everything's all good now. So
no, it's good. That's good. We I don't really get into it, but we only don't talk because I stole his missus. And he said some pretty heinous shit to me, and since then I've just never spoken to him.
He used to do that to me too.
But
I always thought the more hurtful things people say to you, the more hurt they are.
They are. That's right. Yeah.
That sort of makes you happier. Like it's like, I really upset you that much that you're stooping to that. That's good.
Generally speaking, that is. Yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of
And they keep going, and then they keep trying to find another level, don't they? Like they keep trying. They're like, if that didn't work, what can I do and say to make it?
And they'll dig and dig and dig, and they'll like in this day and age too. I've had a few people make, because I get about on the internet a bit, try all my different angles on TikTok and YouTube, and the fake profiles that will come at you, and you're like,
or the anonymous,
and you're like, Stephen, I know it's you. I know it's you. You're the only person calling me a fucking mouldy-footed dickhead. Like, just because.
That's a good one, mate. Good work, Stephen.
Like, I know it's you, man. Stop it.
Yeah, you cut it out. Just say it to me if you don't like it. Like,
I used bad analogy, Stephen. The actual Stephen that does make fake profiles. We know who that is. That is so bad. That is so bad all the time.
Yep. And then
it just pops up.
And then
hey, fuck off,
mate. Go away.
Well, that's funny that you had that reaction, because he must be that much of a pest.
Yeah, he's a sex pest
in the whole of the fucking region.
Yeah, I don't.
I used to rob him. He used to send me credit for dick pics. So I just either go on Google and send him download save a photo, or I just send him a dick pic and he'd buy $40 credit.
That's brilliant.
Wow. He used to pay guys to get jobbies. Like he'd go and give
them.
Yeah, like he'd give them and pay you to get it.
Yeah.
So I know a couple of blokes that did that. I'm not going to say their names, but
yeah, that's funny as. Because it's funny that you should mention that. He sent me that message.
Yeah.
I was running pretty short on no.
No. Nah. Yeah, Rego was coming up. And
Rego was coming up. Hey, Stephen, you're fairly sucking me dick 7 times this week.
He's 100% going to see this because he stalks me like a motherfucker. So good on you, Stephen. He's just keeping it up there, mate. Just fighting the good fight.
Mate, for the right price, I might dip it in your Milo silo, don't worry.
Milo silo, that is fucking mint.
That's great, eh?
That's wicked.
I can't believe it.
Right, we might do a part 2 a bit later on. We'll see if Joey's sticking around, or we've run an hour, I think, over. So not over. We've run onto the time limit. But we'll have a break and we'll discuss, and we might come back with some funny stories. What do you reckon?
I got a couple of good ones.
Yeah, we'll do a mini. It'll blow out, but it'll be episode 2.
It's either the esky pissing episode or the
stick around for the fucking ride. Righto, we'll leave it there and we'll come back for the stories. now that you know the fella, we'll get into the fun.
Yeah, mate. Cheers, guys.